So I start out with the staples. You have your oats, some dried fruit. So we've got a mixture of raisins and craisins and chia seeds, the staples. And then we got some nuts. We got walnuts, pecans, and some seeds, some pumpkin seeds. All right, so that's your crunch. And then the sweetness will be either some honey, agave, and some vanilla, and your preference of milk. So today I'll be using almond milk, and then your vessel where you're putting it. So any container works. This is a nice size, but anything that's gonna hold a good portion, even if we got some leftover blue cheese stuffed can or a mason jar. After the oats, we then put a tablespoon of chia seeds. Here's a fun tip that I do with my cartons. I pop the little flap up here and I put a slit like this. What that does is allows airflow and the liquid or the milk to come out faster. So I'll demonstrate. So this one doesn't have it cut and this one does. I can do this. All right, and then with the slit. Now it's time to add the oat milk or almond milk. So because of the chia seeds, I want to make sure that I'm stirring this as I'm pouring the milk, and I'm pouring a half a cup of almond milk. And by doing this, it helps the chia seeds not clump up together. Mix it, make sure that you incorporate or well distribute the chia seeds and the oats into the milk so that they're submerged completely. Now I'll finish with the other ones, and we'll be right back to add the dried fruit, the nuts, and the sweetener. Next, I'll add about a spoonful of dried fruit. So in this case, raisins and craisins. Next is your crunch. So honestly, I just eyeball how much I put. So just a handful of walnuts in each of the jars. And then because I don't have that much of my pecans, I'll just put maybe a couple. And then also pumpkin seeds. So just a little handful, not too much. Not handful, more like a fingerful. Okay. And pecans, sure, we'll add a little bit. Couple into each little jar. Okay. So next is the sweetener. So on these, I'm going to put just a squirt of honey, which I love about this one is it's upside down and it's not messy at all. So I just do a squirt. I would say that's about a teaspoon if you want to measure it, but I don't got time for that. So I'm just going to guesstimate in each of these guys. And I do the same thing for the vanilla. I just guesstimate. Vanilla is a little tricky just because too much is a bit powerful. But I just put like a splash of, oh, that was too much. There we go. Vanilla. This one's from Mexico, and this one actually is somewhat sweetened already, so I probably didn't even have to add the honey. So I would say this is about a teaspoon if you wanted to measure. And there you have it. Overnight oats made for the week. The chia seeds and the oatmeal will really soak up the almond milk. So before I eat it or my husband eats it, we'll put a little more almond milk into it to kind of reabsorb and not make it so thick.